Recently, I purchased some tissue paper that was in my brand colors, and this might not sound like a big deal, but for me, it's a huge deal. When I first started my small business and when I was trying to figure out what I needed to focus my funds on the most, packaging was on the bottom of the list. If I wanted to make the best products I could possible with the small budget that I had, packaging to me was something that didn't matter at the beginning. It's still not where I would like it to be, but just being able to purchase this huge stack of like eggplant purple shade tissue paper, not only that, it feels really nice as well, is a huge win. Achieving something even as small as this is something that should be celebrated. It's Thursday, June 29th, and I haven't spoken to the camera in a really long time. If you follow me for a while, you already know that usually this is kind of how it is when I start a new set of artwork for Patreon every month. July will be my 1 year on Patreon, and it's been an awesome and very challenging experience. Without Patreon, I don't think I would have challenged myself creatively the way I've had to each month, and it's just crazy how doing one art print and a set of stickers and so on can improve your artwork so much. Before I did Patreon, I didn't do art prints too much. Art prints don't really sell in my Etsy shop, so I tend to not really do them. So when I do them, they are Patreon exclusives. And a part of my rendering or arting process, I can see that I'm getting better, and I'm really happy about that. Speaking of Patreon art and stickers, I've been asked a couple of times if I'm ever going to put my Patreon artwork on Etsy. As of right now, I don't think I will. I can comfortably make them at home. I don't have that many patrons, so I don't need to be outsourcing to create the Patreon goodies each month. If I ever come to a point where I have to start manufacturing goodies and I have a bunch of leftovers, then it would make sense to me to sell it on Etsy. And I was really picky about that. Like, Patreon artwork is only for Patreon only. However, recently I've started to not be as strict about that. In the past 2 studio vlogs, you would have seen me create a Halloween keychain and a winter keychain using the Patreon artwork from last winter and last Halloween. I'm now just starting to feel okay with using the artwork I create for Patreon for other goodies that's not already given to patrons. For example, princess stickers or the stationery items, all those would be Patreon exclusives for now. But if I do something like making keychains, lanyards, washi tapes, notebooks, or whatever, I'm totally fine with using the Patreon artwork for that. And I have thought about putting Patreon goodies into my Etsy shop, but I just feel kind of awkward about it. Maybe my patrons don't care if I do put the art prints and the stickers in the shop. For now, they would be Patreon exclusives unless I use the artwork to make manufactured goodies. July's Patreon theme would be little bits of magic, and it would include Captain Froggo being a magician. I finished the artwork and it turned out so much better than I thought it would. So I'm super excited for July's goodies. So I have 2 days before July, and I still have to do the calendar, and I want to do another extra vinyl sticker. I haven't done 2 extra vinyl stickers in a while because the past few times I've been really behind with Patreon artwork, and then I want to design something for the 1 year on Patreon. So it'll be an exclusive goodie for patrons who have been with me for a year on Patreon. I still kind of have to figure out what the artwork is going to be and how I'm going to do it. Let me show you what everything looks like so far. Here's how the artwork looks like, and it's kind of hard to show on camera because of the light on here, but it's not that bright in real life. There's Captain Froggo making a little bit of magic with his magic wand, And here is the midnight blossom with some beautiful glittery signs on the flower when the magician pops out to do his little magic and his little work. And there's these vines on the side with other midnight blooms, some midnight bloom petals, and then in the background some vines. And I'm really happy with how it looks. Here's one of the extra stickers that says stay magical, and I've never done a sticker like this where it's mostly the word, but I thought I'd give it a try. This is not easy to do. It might look easy because it's not as illustrated or complicated, and the outline here for the words that make it stand out was made by accident. When I was doing it and messing with all this stuff, I accidentally clicked on this layer instead of the layer here with the sparkles. I accidentally put it into color dodge. This is how it looks like normally, and that's how it looks with the color dodge. And that was a happy little accident that made a huge difference. Oh yeah, and the eye has a little wizard hat on it. So it's Captain Froggo's magician hat, and it's super cute, super adorable. I just added that for a fun little detail. Just want to talk about what inspired this piece. Other than me wanting to do a magical piece, not sure which character to use or do whatever. In the end, I did go with Captain Froggo, but I was struggling to figure out everything else. I knew I wanted the flower, the blossom, and I knew I wanted something going on here. I didn't know how I wanted to do the pattern, and I wasn't exactly sure how to go about creating a magical piece of artwork because I've never done it before. Then I started thinking about a bunch of other different things. For example, for these vines, for some reason I was thinking about this artwork, and if you've been with me for a while, you have seen this artwork. This is the first ever mushroom kun that I ever created. He's got a little chunkier, and I was thinking about these vines on this art piece for some reason, and I decided that I would implement that into July's artwork. So the other thing that inspired this month's Patreon artwork was Final Fantasy 16. If you don't know what it is, that is a video game. It's a Japanese role-playing game, and I've been watching 2 streamers play it, and yesterday I finally saw the ending, and I don't know how I feel about it. But there's a part in the game that's pretty iconic, but I don't want to spoil it if you're following the game or playing it. But if you play the game or you watch it, then you know which part of the artwork is inspired by that. Finished the artwork for the extra sticker, and I love how it looks like. It looks like a little baby Captain Froggo magician, and he's just outside enjoying his little night lights on the flower. He's just sitting here on the edge, just chilling, and there's a little magical swirl, and it's so cute. I'm loving everything about this theme, and I'm so happy how it's turning out. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to use the sparkle holographic laminate again on the stickers. I did it for the past 2 months on Patreon and I didn't know if I was kind of overdoing it with the sparkle laminate. But then at the last minute I decided, hey, why don't I just use it on the print? So I decided to try it out. I think deciding to put the laminate on the art print was the perfect choice. It looks so nice, it's so beautiful. I'm so proud with how it looks like. This will be my first ever holographic print. So next, let's move on to the stickers. I decided to use matte laminate on the stickers this time around. I don't have that many holographic sheets, so I want to save those in case I need them to make more art prints. Usually I don't send too many art prints anyway with my Patreon, so I'll probably be okay. But just in case, I just want to make sure that I have enough holographic laminate lying around for that. I did order some more last night, so next time around maybe I'll do both the art print and the stickers in a future Patreon reward. We're coming to the end of this studio vlog. Thank you for following me on my journey of creating my 1-year Patreon rewards. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I go through around the end or the beginning of each month, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye!